Well, Manso, Clay Ferrero here on Local10.com with our web extra around the latest news surrounding Chris Bosh. The Heat saying he has not been cleared to play. Bosh retorting with a video basically saying that he's not giving up his hope of playing again, whether it's this season or in the future. Clay, we've discussed this topic so many times, but where do you stand now given the latest information we know?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt that it's time to kind of step away and say what's most important here. If you're Chris Bosh, beautiful family, at some point you got to look at this and say, let me throw this out there first before we get into all this. Chris Bosh has been the most pleasurable guy to cover of any professional athlete that I can think of. The guy is brilliant. He is kind. He has so much more to offer off the basketball court.
Yes.
Brilliant guy. You watch the way he's put together some of these videos. The guy could have a future as a filmmaker. If he could do any number of things, and I think when you throw this health issue into the mix, third time in 3 years that we've seen the issues with the blood clots reported by the Miami Herald that they've shown up again, I just think you got to look at this and say life is more important than basketball. The money is going to be there.
$75 million.
$75 million
in the next 3 years.
He will get those dollars regardless. And I think that with a guy that is as brilliant as Bosh, you know that he's smart enough to have already set himself up long-term outside of basketball. Now you can start to put some of those plans in motion and enjoy life.
Yeah, I think the question that I have, and I think you have, and I think anybody watching this, whether you're fans or media has, is why? Why are you taking this chance? Obviously, there's something going on there that you're getting these blood clots, whatever your body is doing, predisposition, whatever it may be, and you're taking different medicines, and it's not working. And at his age, given 32, with 3 years and $75 million remaining, 5 kids, a lovely wife, a great family, he's working in the community, all the things you just mentioned. The question is why, and let's flip it to the Heat's perspective. Yeah. Why would the Heat take a chance at this? Why would you take your beloved star player who you're giving this money to, you're paying to, you've paid him a lot of money already, and who's played great for you, been a big ambassador to the community, won 2 NBA titles. Why would you want to take the chance of put him out there and him possibly die on the court?
Well, let me throw something else out there that I don't think's really been discussed a whole lot. You know, I know that a lot of people looked at this and said, oh, well, it's better for the Heat. You get his salary off the books, you move on. We are completely in agreement here that Chris Bosh's life is most important. Okay, so let's set that aside for a moment. Even if the Heat were trying to get his salary off the books because they had some sort of buyer's remorse about his contract, look at the contracts that were signed last offseason.
Chris Bosh at his all-star level is a bargain.
Bargain.
When people come to me and say, well, oh, the Heat just want to save that money. Save what? They're paying Chris Bosh a bargain rate to be an all-star player. The problem is Chris Bosh is not an all-star player. He can't even get on the court. And when you factor the basketball angle that he can't get on the court, the health angle that he's risking his life, when you're the Heat, it makes perfect sense to just say, hey, we need to move on for many reasons. It's not the Heat trying to say, oh, we don't want to pay Chris Bosh. They signed the deal knowing they had to pay him. They just want to get a productive player and a healthy one, and Chris is not that right now. So this is the latest twist. Training camp starts on Tuesday. Monday is media day. You know Eric Spoelstra, the players will be asked about it. They'll try to push it aside. Tuesday it'll be a scene with Bosh not there. I'm assuming he won't be there, obviously not practicing at least. This won't go away, Clay. Given his last video, I don't think Bosh is backing down, and unfortunately this saga will continue.